ain't do nothing, I serve. Really, I'm super absurd. Got them all dead like Purge. Leave 'em speechless, no words. Leave 'em speechless, no. Coming in first and third. Tight fit, showing my. Lights, camera, action like verbs. Going hard for my sisters. Hurry up, take my picture. Heels hurt, I got blisters. Touchdown, make me richer. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. Buying time to his left. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Well, that's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8 ball on the road to get things going.
A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line. They go play action with Graham. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Cameron Dantzler who puts it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 2nd down and 4, Mon going deep downfield for Ross. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Lions, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
On 2nd down, a run with Jefferson. And some space here. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. 63 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. They'll throw on 1st down with Graham. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
On second down, it's Cook again. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
I mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down.
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Third down from the gun, it's Mond. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. John Ross with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Lions 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick. Game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a...
And I think the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Now Graham. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Cook on the first down carry there as he works his way forward for a gain of about 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's Mond. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
They try again with Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Mond. Escaping the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he returns this to the 22.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Mond looks to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr. his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Santos with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
31, Lions 7. Cairo Santos.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, and all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings.
And
that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop him. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Graham. Steps away to his... and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
It's now 3rd down.
Let's go now. 72. So we got man. 46 to Mike. 18, Pioneer. Watch the run.
Now Graham to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Off the play fake, Mond. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Mike 20. I got you. Stand. Patrick.
They go play action here. Mond. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Minnesota.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
Lions 10. Cairo Santos set to kick.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Graham. He'll get this off to Swift. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. 46. Here's Graham to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Graham. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At the 23-yard line.
Come get some.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
52, Lions 10.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
45. Mike, 45.
On play action, Graham. Sliding out of the pocket. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Graham on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. Here's Graham again. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now it's Graham. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Throwing now, Graham on first down. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's another Detroit.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for Hockenson, and he's got him. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Oh, did the Lions get it? Yes, they recover. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influence that's going into the head coach's ear.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Graham will throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And they go play action now. Graham. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Graham going to set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Vikings 52.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. He's going to double up. 46 for Mike. 46.
Mon now off of play action. Flushed out right. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 5 yards on the run there. Still left staring at a 3rd and about 14. Mon going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Santos' kick is up and through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the shotgun, Graham. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to throw again. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Third down from the gun, Graham. That is caught inside the 5. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. On the handoff, it's Jefferson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Mond. toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the third time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll throw on 1st down with Graham. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 44. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because it'll be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Lions are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Well, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
46, boys, 46. 46 to mark.
Now Graham to throw. Oh, what a catch by Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Now Graham. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They are going on 4th down. Graham. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Mond looks to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Off the play fake, Mond. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 36, the 20. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Here's Graham to throw it. He's got it. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. They'll look to throw. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. That's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 1st down, here's Mond. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Julian Okwara in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mond. And he's got this to Jefferson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now Mond. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Graham. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass,